Hello, today I'd like to talk about last short story in the book Dubliners by James Joyce. And this is not only the last one in the book, but also the longest, like a 35, 40-ish pages long. And when I started to read this particular short story, I realized that there's so many people names showed up, and it's about a gathering and so forth, and it's so complicated. I don't like this type of story. And in the Dubliners, for example, probably most of it is like that. It's like people get together and they talk about the politics or some kind of a meeting, religious meeting, or something like that. So then again, not again, and but all of a sudden, to the last half, the story shift to this couple who was attending this Christmas party, and they left the party in the snow. It's a beautiful snow falling, and the depiction of the particular parties is kind of a beautiful depictions in the story. So I was taken by that, and then from then on, the story became very interesting and very engaged about this couple, Gabriel and Greta. The Gabriel and Greta is I think Gabriel is maybe professor or writer or something like that. So at the Christmas party, they are kind of a center of the particular crowd, and the Gabriel has to give the speech or something, and so he was highly regarded in the group. But anyway, they left, and Gabriel noticed that Greta was a little bit away at the party from him, and he couldn't see well, because kind of dark there and everything. But something happened there, and but anyway, the party was very hospitable, and they talked about Irish hospitality, and also they talked about why you have to get away from Ireland, because inside Ireland it's lots of places interesting, and why do you have to go to the Europe or somewhere else? And so from James Joyce's point of view, Ireland is his homeland, but it's almost like a love and hate relationship with him, because he loved this just because it's a native land that he was born, and lots of nice cordial hospitalities in there. It's very nice, very comfortable, but at the same time he was very eager to get out from the Iran to experience the other countries, other culture. So all through that, depicting all those emotions of this Gabriel's mind toward Ireland is kind of clear there. And then he realized this wife was affected by something. So they decided to stay in the hotel because it was kind of late and snowing. So they decided to stay in the hotel. So they arrived at the hotel, and he was hoping that he could rekindle the relationship with wife, which he kind of regretfully ignored, in the past. And so he was hoping for that, and he had a tremendous affection toward her as well. But when he arrived at the hotel, she kind of collapsed, and he realized that she's crying. So story got very heavy after that, and I don't want to spoil the story that much, but it's about past. The wife met this guy when they are 17 years old, and it's about him, and he's dead then now. He's dead now, so that's a long history, a long time ago, and so the Gabriel felt tremendous disappointment in one hand, because wife was in love with this particular boy before he met her, but at the same time this boy was dead, and so he felt a strong presence of the dead person, and but particular haunting memories of this dead person, even to Gabrielle, is depicted in here very, very strongly. And so this particular one is, I think it's a beautiful story. I think it's well constructed, I would say, even though I didn't like the beginning half of it, which has lots of parties, scenes, and lots of people mingling around and talking about Irish cultures and stuff. I didn't like that particular part of it that much, because there's no stories to follow. But and half is very, very engaging and very interesting. You're hooked to this particular story, and the resolution from that and everything. It's very, very good. So I like the Dubliners book. Half of this short story, I think there are 15 short stories in there, but more than half of it is like those group of people, and only the half of it may be focused on individual one or two people. And I like the story focused on individuals. And but anyway, I finished the Dubliners, so I'm ready to go and read more James Joyce's book. And I have Finnegan's Wake, and also I have Ulysses here. And then a very thick book there. I'm not sure I could get through it, and I understand that sometimes it's kind of difficult to read the Ulysses, for example. But I liked his writing. I liked his the way of writing. I think kind of beautiful, I would say, writing, and very effective also. So I liked him as a writer, and so I think I'm gonna go read Ulysses first, and then see how much I could go there. Okay, all right, thank you, bye.